How are you, my dear students? Hope everyone is okay and fine. We also start in the previous class chapter 5. Chapter 5, the meanings of digestive system and blood circulation. In the previous class, we also know about the digestive system, how can the produce of carbohydrate, amino acid, protein, lipid, etc. We also know about the buccal cavity, stomach, intestine, small intestine, large intestine. Today, I also start our new topics. Our new topics name is the blood circulation system. What is the blood circulation system? Transportation of blood is called the blood circulatory process. Circulation system is consist with in the human body with the vein, artery, heart, blood and etc. Lymph and lymph ducts. In the whole structure also is called the blood circulation system. Today, I also explain about the blood circulation system, its constituents and the types of blood. Here we also know about the bloods. How many types of bloods? There are two types of blood structure. First is the plasma and another is the blood corpuscles. Plasma is the liquid substances and blood corpuscles it's also three types. First type is also the RBC. Do you know what is the RBC? RBC means red blood cell or red blood corpuscles. WBC means white blood cell or white blood corpuscles. White blood corpuscles. And third structure is thromboplastin. Is the another name is platelets or platelets. Now, please everyone see the books as the lesson 7 to 8 and blood circulatory system. Today we also start blood and its constituents. You have seen slaughtering of hen, cow or goat. During slaughtering, blood comes out in a spout. What is the color of blood? Yes, what type of substances is the blood? Basically, blood is a deep red fluid. It is liquid connective tissue. Yes, it's also the another structure name is the liquid connective tissue. And its taste is alkaline. And blood contains two constituent materials such as I also explained you in the previous text. First is plasma and another is blood corpuscles. First, I also draw this structure, figure constituents of blood. Please everyone see the board. I also, first structure is the red blood corpuscles. Here I also draw the red blood corpuscles. First structure or its another name is RBC, red blood corpuscles. Second structure is WBC or this structure is WBC or white blood corpuscles. Third structure is platelets. This structure I draw this structure is platelets and another name is thrombocytes. I also explained in this book is platelets. Here, this three structure is the blood corpuscles. Please everyone write the copy. Blood corpuscles. Three types of blood corpuscles. Another structure is plasma. What is the plasma? Basically, PULs, blood corpuscles. Basically, plasma means the liquid substances. And I also draw this structure is plasma. Here I also know the total structure or total constituents of bloods. Here, please everyone see the book. Plasma and blood corpuscles are also two contents or two constituents materials such as first structure plasma. Plasma is the liquid part of blood. Normally 55% of blood is plasma. Here I also explain 55% of liquid substances also, this another name is plasma. It contains proteins, salts and food substances absorbed from the intestine. Blood cells float in plasma. It contains fibrinogen. Please everyone marks this, fibrinogen, another structure of protein. Fibrinogen that helps in clotting of blood. Blood clotting. Another structure is the blood clotting. It also, this structure basically fibrinogen or protein. Functions of blood plasma. First structure. Blood plasma carries oxygen, food substances to different parts of the body. 2. It carries harmful substances such as carbon dioxide. You know in the previous class, carbon dioxide, urea, uric acid, etc. from all over the body and expels them through different excretory organs. Basically, these organs is very harmful for our in the human body. So I also explain about the plasma and its functions. Second structure, blood corpuscles. Here I also draw the blood corpuscles. First structure, the blood corpuscles is RBC, or another name is red blood corpuscles. Please everyone see the box, red blood corpuscles. Blood looks red due to red cells. It contains one pigment called hemoglobin. Please everyone write this the name, hemoglobin, H-A-E-M-O, hemo, and globin, G-L-O-B-I-N. This structure is basically pigment. Another pigment is also consists the red blood color. Okay. Oxygen mixed with hemoglobin reaches every cell of the body. Red blood cell is biconcave. Biconcave basically both the surfaces are curved inward. It is round disc-like cell. There is no nucleus in human red blood corpuscles. It's also the another very important topics. In the red blood cell there is no nucleus in human body. It is produced in bone marrow. So how can they also produce? It is produced basically bone marrow. It's also another topics. Second structure is white blood corpuscles. Here I also see the white blood corpuscles. What's the meaning of white blood corpuscles? White blood corpuscles are a bit larger in size and irregular in shape. They contain nucleus. Yes, it also contains the nucleus. They are produced in spleen and bone marrow. They kill germs that enter into the body. It acts as a security guard of the body. They can be compared with soldiers. The another name of WBC is the soldiers or the security guard of the body. Third structure is platelets. Another meaning is platelets. It looks like a circular or round structure. They are smaller than red blood corpuscles. Here I also draw the white blood platelets. Then the corpuscles, they do not contain any nucleus. It's also the same structure of the RBC. RBC has no any nucleus and the platelets, they have no any nucleus. They stay clusters. They are produced in red bone marrow. In case of bleeding from the wound, it helps in clotting of the blood. Now, students, I also explain about the plasma and RBC, WBC and platelets. Now, everyone know the blood's functions of blood. Here also basically 8 structure. I also explain step by step. First structure is transportation of food. Everyone write this link. First structure is transportation of food. Please everyone see the book. What's the meaning of transportation of food? Foods that we take are converted to simple foods and get mixed up with blood. Food extracts are carried to different parts of our body by blood. The body cells are nourished by this way. In the previous class, we also know about the food contents. First is carbohydrate, that means carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Another structure is proteins, that means amino acid contents. And third is the lipids. We also know about the fatty acid and also glycerol. It's also the nourished, the body cells are nourished by this way. Second structure is transportation of oxygen. Very important topics. Oxygen, OXYGEN. Please everyone see the book. Oxygen, transportation of oxygen. Oxygen is necessary for every activity of the body. Organic cells cannot survive without oxygen. So oxygen along with food is to be supplied to them. Hemoglobin and also the pigmentation of blood. Hemoglobin of red blood cells takes oxygen from the lungs and carry them as oxyhemoglobin to every cell. Oxyhemoglobin, it also contains the oxygen. Third structure is carbon dioxide exchange. Third structure is basically carbon dioxide exchange. How can they exchange carbon dioxide? I also read this carbon dioxide exchange. How can they exchange the carbon dioxide? Please everyone see the book. Blood plasma carries carbon dioxide from cells of different organs of the lungs. Fourth topic is expulsion of waste materials. How can the blood is expulsion of waste materials? Blood helps expulsion of nitrogenous. Everyone marks this, nitrogenous. Okay, nitrogenous, that means the contents of nitrogen. Nitrogenous. The structure of basically nitrogen based. I also write this, nitrogen based. Here the expulsion of waste materials. The blood helps expulsion of nitrogenous waste products. Five is prevention of disease. When germs infect the body, what blood cells kill them as preventive measures? We know the white blood cells is the bodyguard or the soldiers of any human body. So they can also prevention of disease. Again, I also repeat. When germs infect the body, what blood cells kill them as preventive measures? 6. Transportation of hormones. Have you any idea about hormone? Yes. Ductless structures, the another name is the hormones. Yes, ductless glands of the body produce hormones. Blood transport hormones to different parts of the body. 7th structure is control of temperature. Blood carries temperature of different parts and maintains temperature equilibrium of the whole body. It's also very important topics. Blood can also control the body temperature. 8th and last topics is clotting of blood. If any part of the body gets cut, bleeding occurs. Platelets help clotting of blood. As a result, bleeding stops. My dear students, I also explain about the blood circulatory system. It's also very important topics for your final exam. Here I also explain about the bloods and its constituents. We know the blood constituents, they are also two types. First type is plasma and second type is blood corpuscles. We also know about the plasma, what's the meaning of plasma and its functions, and we also details know about the blood corpuscles. Here also the blood corpuscles, there are basically three types of structure: RBC, WBC and platelets, and also they are very important functions. And we also know the last topic is the functions of blood. Overall, the functions of blood, we know about the 8 structure. Thank you, my students. Today I also explain about the blood circulatory system. Thank you, everyone.